Welcome to our online lesson. This is English language for SS1. My name is Deborah Onoveron. In our previous lessons, we looked at the type of sentences. We looked at sentences, type of sentences. We've looked at types of sentences according to structure and types of sentences according to purpose. We said there are declarative, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory sentences. And we've also looked at sentence types according to structure. We said there are simple sentences, complex sentences, compound sentences, and so on. Today we are continuing with the sentence, and today we are going to be looking at sentence elements. Sentence elements. Okay, the sentence has 5 elements, namely the subject, the verb, the object, the complement, and the adjunct. Let me take that again. The sentence has 5 elements, namely the subject, the verb, object, complement, and adjunct. The subject and verb are obligatory. That is, a sentence is not complete without the subject and the verb. It is not a sentence without those two. They are obligatory, they are compulsory in a sentence. While the other parts are optional, they may be there or they may not be there. But a sentence must have a subject and must have a verb. In fact, if there is only one word in a sentence, that word must be a verb. A verb differentiates a sentence from a phrase. Okay, now the subject is the thing or the person being talked about. Like we said before, we have learned in our previous classes, the subject is the person that carries out the action in the sentence. It is the person or the thing being talked about. It performs the action of the verb. The verb, as we have mentioned earlier, is the action or state word. It tells us about the subject. The object, on the other hand, is the person or thing that receives the action of the verb. The person or thing that receives the action of the verb, either directly or indirectly, that is the object. That is where we may have 2 objects or 1 object. For instance, Mary gave me oranges. Mary gave me oranges. Please write that down in your notebook. Mary gave me oranges. Mary is the person we are talking about in this sentence, so she is the subject. So Mary is the subject, so write S under Mary. Gave is the verb, so write V under gave, the verb. Me, I'm the first object of this sentence, the receiver of the action of giving that Mary did. So write O I, that's O for object, then I under, small I under the O as indirect object. Okay, then the real object of this sentence is the oranges. So write a big O and write a small d under that O as a direct object. Now the object may be a noun or pronoun. The object may be a noun or pronoun. Okay, now let's talk about the complement. The complement is a word or a group of words which completes a sentence. The complement is a word or a group of words which complete the sentence. It may be an adjective. In most cases, it is an adjective. Most cases, it is an adjective. For example, Davu is happy, Please write that down in your note. Davo, or you can use any name you so desire. You can put your own name. Davo is happy. Davo is happy. Davo is the subject here. Is the verb. Happy is the complement. So under Davo, write S for subject. Under is, write V for verb. And under happy, write C, complement. This complement in this sentence is an adjective. Okay, I hope that you get this. Now let's go on to adjunct. Adjunct are words or group of words that do not take up position, that do take up position as adverbs. Adjuncts are words or group of words that do take up positions as adverbs. They modify the verbs in relation to how, when, where, or to what extent something is done. They modify the verb in the sentence in relation to how, when, where, or to what extent something is done. Adjuncts have a habit of manifesting at several positions. What do I mean by that? An adjunct can come before the sentence, immediately before the subject. It can come at the end. It may even come in the middle of the sentence. Okay, so let me take that again. Adjuncts have a habit of manifesting at several positions. What I mean is that an adjunct can come before the subject, and you know that the subject is usually at the beginning of the sentence. It can come at the end of the sentence. It can come in between, in the middle of the sentence. Let's take examples. Please write down these examples and look at the adjunct as it manifested in these sentences. Immediately he came, he smiled. Immediately he came, he smiled. Immediately, there is an adverb, is functioning as the adjunct, so under immediately, please write letter A. He there is the subject, so under he, please write S. Came is the verb, so under came, write V. He is the subject again, write S. Smiled is the verb. So you can see that the adjunct here came before the subject. It started the sentence. Second example. He smiled immediately he came. He smiled immediately he came. He is the subject. Smiled is the verb. Immediately is the adjunct. It's in the middle now. He is the subject again, and came as the next verb. Okay, so with this, we are going to be looking at the basic patterns of sentences, basic patterns of sentences in the English language. Are you ready now? Okay, we have several basic patterns of sentences in the English language, but we look at some, and they are as follows. Pattern 1 is the SV. SV. SV simply means subject and verb. Subject and verb. The subject and the verb, like I said before, is compulsory, is obligatory in any sentence type. There is no sentence without the subject and the verb. So we can have a sentence that has only the subject and the verb. For example, she cried. She cried. She is the subject, cried is the verb, and that is a basic sentence pattern. SV, she cried. Okay. The second pattern we will look at is SVA. SVA. That is the subject, the verb, and the adjunct. The subject, the verb, and the adjunct. The students are here. The students are here. The students are here. The student is the subject, are the verb, here is the adjunct. The student is the verb, are the student is the subject, are is the verb, and here is the adjunct.